Hey everyone, and welcome back to Remember This Tech. In today's episode we're going to be doing an unboxing of a new AM5 motherboard I got my hands on. It's the ASRock B850 Steel Legend Wi-Fi 7 motherboard. So without further ado, let's crack it open, see what it looks like, see what comes in the box. Come on, let's go! And here we have it, the B850 Steel Legend Wi-Fi motherboard by ASRock. Supports AMD Ryzen 9000 desktop CPUs, 7000 and 8000 CPUs. From first feel, it's pretty heavy and gives you hope for the inside, what's in here. And some of the key features here on the box. Of course, it's the AM5 socket for the new AMD CPUs. 14 plus 2 plus 1 power phase design for stable overclocking and multitasking. And what I really like on this motherboard is that it can support up to 4 NVMe slots, and one of those is a Gen 5 and also the other 3 are Gen 4. So if you're a creator, then this board might be for you, especially for the entry price point that it's at. It's got one USB 3.2 Gen 2.2 Type-C front, 4 USB Gen 2, USB 3.2 in the rear, and 2 in the rear Type-C. So we'll get more into those features and I'll show them to you once we crack this open. And it also features BIOS flashback support. If you don't have support for your CPU, you can flash it and then it should be good to go. So let's crack this open and find out what's in here, shall we? First glance, we've got a separate little motherboard box here with the Wi-Fi antennas. And that's all that's in here for some reason. But it's kind of a filler too, protecting the board. Before we get to the motherboard from the anti-static bag, let's see what's underneath this. And this is just cardboard, of course. We got some ASRock cable tie Velcro strips, so that's pretty cool. 2 SATA cables, and looks like a Wi-Fi antenna, I'm not sure, I'll have to look that up. And of course we have the ASRock motherboard. Quick installation guide. Let's put this to the side really quick and get into the good stuff here, which is the motherboard. So this is the white and black motherboard here, and it's got some hefty weight to it. Pardon the anti-static crinkly on the bag, but yeah. As you can see, there's some beefy VRM heat sinks. We have 4 DDR5 slots here. And the AM5 socket here. Under here, this is your M2 slot for your Gen 5. And there's supposed to be a quick release mechanism here. I'm not sure how, oh yeah. So this is, it slides in here and it releases this. And it has some thermal tape for it. Putting it back might be a different story, but let's see. Oh yeah, that was pretty easy. PCI Express 5.0 reinforced primary graphics slot here. And down here is your secondary PCI Express 16 Gen 4 slot. And under here you have 2 NVMe slots, and then there's one here with a quick release tab. But it doesn't come with a heatsink like these other ones, so there is that. You got a number of USB headers here in case you need to put more for your front or back of your case. It only has 4 SATA in case you need more there, that's all it has. But seeing as the fact that you have 4 NVMe slots, hey, well, I think that's plenty. USB-C header here for the front of your motherboard or the top, wherever you want to put it. And of course you got the dual 8-pin CPU power here. And then there's another USB 3.0 header here. And on the built-in I/O shield on the back of the motherboard, let's see what we have for connectivity here. We have 2 USB-C ports, and we've got Ultra USB power here, and some standard USB ports, HDMI out. We also have a 2.5 gigabit NIC, right? SPDIF out, and then you have your microphone and headphone jack. Came with a battery, of course. And let's flip it over, and it's got this gray kind of design to the board, which is pretty cool. And the top part here for this back plate is steel, and well, it's thin, but it acts as extra support, so that's pretty nice. So I do like the aesthetics of this board, the way they have it, the color scheme at least. And yeah, so that's the motherboard, the Steel Legend B850 by ASRock Wi-Fi. Not too shabby looking. Let's go over some more of the specs on paper and give you a price, what I paid, and what you can expect for a B850. Let's do a real quick rundown on this board, and at least the standouts in my mind. Now, what did I pay for this board, this motherboard, this B850? I paid $200. You might get it cheaper on sale, but it's around $189 to $220 depending on where you pick it up at, and depend on supply and demand. So of course, your mileage may vary. Highlights: PCI Express 5.0. It has 4 M.2 slots. It does have some bandwidth sharing if you populate all of those slots, but if you are doing video editing and you're only pulling from one drive, the first one or the second one, you probably will never even notice a difference. Wi-Fi 7 is another selling point for this motherboard. It's got a decent power phase design, 14 plus 2 plus 1, a 2.5 gigabit LAN port, so if you're connecting directly and you need to get the highest speed as you can, it's got that. It's got a Realtek ALC4082 audio codec, which is surprisingly premium for this price range, and also BIOS flashback support. It has USB 3.2 Gen 2.2 front and rear USB-C, 4 DIMM slots, DDR5, supporting up to 192 DDR5, a PCIe 5.0 x16 slot for future GPU support. Now, the rear I/O is pretty well equipped. It's got 10 USB ports, including 20 gigabits per second USB-C port. So, for my use case, seeing it has 4 NVMe slots, it's primarily my use case would be video editing, but that doesn't mean you can't go ahead and use this for everyday gaming, because heck yeah, you can. So it's got a multitude of uses for various different types of people out there, from creators to gamers. Solid VRM. AM5 CPU platform is fairly new, so you can expect support for years to come, hopefully. The ASRock 850 Steel Legend Wi-Fi is probably one of the best balanced boards under $250 out there. Anything comparable from Asus or Gigabyte or MSI, you're going to end up paying close to $300 just for this. It's got connectivity, power delivery, and Wi-Fi 7, and a solid audio setup. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks for coming along with me on this unboxing of this ASRock Steel Legend B850 motherboard, and thanks for watching. Remember this tech.